the past 1 or 2 weeks, we had taken reflections from the Sermon on the Mount. During that time, the Lord Jesus already talked about their dispositions towards fasting and giving of alms and prayer. Talk about those 3 things: fasting, giving of alms, and prayer, and how it ought to be done. Today we see that the disciples of John came to him saying that they and disciples of the Pharisees, or the Pharisees themselves, fast, but that Jesus' disciples do not fast. They want to know why. He didn't tell them, remember what I told you during the Sermon on the Mount. No, he answered them wisely. This is what Jesus told them during the Sermon on the Mount. Matthew chapter 6, verse 17. When you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that your fasting will not be apparent to men, so that men will not know that you are fasting, but to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees all that is done in the secret will reward you. Glory to Jesus. That was the instruction he gave to the disciples. When you fast, wash your face, anoint your head, so that men will not know that you are fasting. So it is no surprise today when the disciples of John came to Jesus and said to him, why is it that we fast and the Pharisees fast, the disciples do not fast? Because when they do their fasting, they do so that people will see. Otherwise, how would they know the disciples are not fasting if truly they follow the instruction of Christ? If they all follow the instruction of Christ, there's no way they would know who is fasting and who is not fasting. That they raise the matter at all shows that they follow the old ways, that of the hypocrites, that of the Pharisees. When they fast and they let people know, just says they make their faces so that people will know that they are fasting. That is what they expect the disciples of Jesus to follow. But Jesus says to them in a very polite manner, no, old ways are gone, new things for new ways. That's how he used the parable of the new piece of cloth. You cannot add it to the old garment. He says the tear will be worse. Or you can't put new wine into old wine skin. Otherwise, it will burst. Fresh wine skin. His disciples are having a new understanding. They have been enlightened more. They probably have been observing it. But there is no way those who watch out for the old ways will know. Because if they know, then the teaching is wrong in itself. So there's no way they will know that they are fasting if they did fast. And no one will tell them where they are fasting. Because the fasting is not meant for men. The fasting is meant for God, to be rewarded by God. So that's why Jesus says, if you do that, you burst it, and both of them, you spill out the wine, and both of them will be condemned. So new ways, new life, new understanding, new teaching. So whoever comes to Christ becomes a new being, a new creature. All things go, new, everything becomes new for him. That's what Jesus is teaching them today. And he says, don't worry, this teaching will take firm hold when I'm gone. He says, for as long as the bridegroom remains, the wedding attendants will never fast. But when he is gone, then they will fast. Mind you, the question they ask, I was wondering this morning, they weren't even asking Jesus, why are you not fasting? They were asking your disciples. And how does that concern them? Because these are matters that relate to God. And we need to all learn from this too. That when we do these religious duties and carry out the obligations, it is not meant for men to see. We are not doing it for men to appraise us. We are not doing it for men to say, oh, this one is fasting, this one is not fasting. That they are not aware that we fast means that the reward will give to by the Father in heaven. And all of the things that you do, religious obligations, rights, good deeds, fasting, prayer, and almsgiving, you do them so that your Father who sees all that is done in secret will reward you. If you do it for any man to reward you, you waste your time.